Hello everyone. Do you know how India's military has went from using leftover British weapons in 1947 becoming a nuclear power with supersonic jets, stealth warships and cyber capabilities? In today's video, we'll see the epic rise of India's military might from the chaos of partition in 1947 to the cutting-edge front lines of modern warfare. Trace this journey decade by decade, war by war, and innovation by innovation to see how India became one of the most formidable and feared forces in the world. Flashback to 1947, India inherited a fragmented military from the British. It was battle tested but badly divided after partition. The Indian Army had limited tanks, old rifles, and no real air or naval strength. Despite this, India had to defend Kashmir just months after independence in the 1947-48 war with Pakistan. The army held the line, but it was clear India needed serious investment in defense. Yet, over the next decade, military spending remained low. The government focused on development and not defense. That changed in 1962. The Sino-Indian War exposed major weaknesses. The Indian soldiers were under-equipped for high-altitude warfare, and the country suffered a bitter defeat against China. It shook the foundation of the nation and the armed forces. It was a wake-up call for India to up its defense game. The lesson? Strong military isn't optional, it's essential. After the humiliation in 1962, India began modernizing. The Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) was strengthened. New weapons were acquired from the Soviet Union. Indian Army expanded to approximately 1 million personnel, and we also saw the creation of 10 new mountain divisions for high-altitude warfare. Not only this, Indian Air Force grew to about 45 squadrons, and in August 1962, India signed agreement with the USSR to buy 12 MiG fighter jets. Then came the 1965 war with Pakistan. This time, India was better prepared. Though the war ended in a stalemate, India's military coordination improved. But it was 1971 that truly changed the game. During the Bangladesh Liberation War, India launched a full-scale military operation on both eastern and western fronts. The Indian Navy blocked the ports, the Air Force dominated the skies, and the army encircled Dhaka. The result? A historic victory and the birth of Bangladesh. Over 90,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered. The world took notice. India was now a serious military power. Post 1971, India focused on becoming self-reliant. The 1980s saw the launch of Integrated Guided Missile Development Program led by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This gave rise to India's missile arsenal. Agni, which is a long-range ballistic missile and can cover a distance of 700 to 1200 km. Prithvi, which is a short-range 150 km surface-to-surface missile. And Akash, a surface-to-air missile to counter aerial threats. Meanwhile, India built its first indigenous fighter jet, HF-24 Marut, and expanded its submarine fleet. Then came a major milestone, the 1998 Pokhran nuclear tests. India openly declared itself a nuclear weapons state, joining an elite global force. The message was clear. India could not be ignored. In 1989, India fought the Kargil War when Pakistani troops infiltrated high-altitude positions in Kashmir. Despite the treacherous terrain, Indian soldiers fought and reclaimed every post. The war proved India's mountain warfare and precision strike capabilities. The period also saw the development of BrahMos, which is the world's fastest supersonic cruise missile, indigenous warships like INS Shivalik, and expansion of Tejas light combat aircraft project. India also started participating in global military exercises and peacemaking missions, enhancing the global trust and experience. By 2010, India's military began embracing tech warfare. The Rafale deal brought in 4.5 generation fighter jets capable of both air-to-air combat and deep strike missions. It can carry beyond visual range missiles like Meteor, giving it unmatched air dominance. Also, its Scalp cruise missile allows precision strike on high-value targets 500 km away, deep behind the enemy lines. The period also saw multiple bold and decisive military operations, like in 2016, the surgical strikes in POK after the Uri attack, and in 2019, the Balakot air strikes in Pakistan after Pulwama. In 2019, India also conducted Mission Shakti, destroying a satellite in space, entering the elite space power club. Indigenous manufacturing picked up with initiatives like Make in India, producing artillery like Dhanush and third-generation battle tanks like Arjun. Indian armed forces were not just growing, they were evolving to meet hybrid threats. In recent years, India has focused on cyber defense and drone warfare, developing hypersonic missiles, building next-generation fighter jets like AMCA, launching INS Vikrant, India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, and expanding its defense export to Southeast Asia, Africa, and beyond. With projects like Agni 5 having a range of 8,000 kilometers now, UAVs like Rustam, and joint ventures with countries like France, Israel, and US, India is preparing for multi-domain warfare, be it land, sea, air, space, or cyber. From rifles to rockets, from border tanks to ballistic missiles, India's defense growth since 1947 has been remarkable. And today, India stands among the top 5 military powers in the world. And not just by numbers, but by innovation, resilience, and strategic vision. And the journey is far from over. What do you think India's defense will look like in 2047, 100 years after independence? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video informative, please like and subscribe for more such videos. Jai Hind.